All right. Hello, world, and welcome back to my virtual reality space. Today, I am continuing my segment on transparency. This is where I share everything that I'm doing in my business without Redact. And by doing so, I hope to help someone be able to make a better decision for themselves without having to make a mistake on it. Now, last week we were speaking about how the importance of following the data. So it's very important to follow the data where as you are growing your business and you're moving about, there is data that is created from your past, and it's really good to have computers to help to track those data and show a difference over a time span. And I'm going to show you an example of what I mean here in a minute, but it essentially allows you to make better decisions viewing the past. Alright, so it looks like we are caught up here on YouTube. So I'm gonna let X know which platform we are currently live on. Alright, now that that's taken care of. Alright, so today we are talking about networking. So it is very important to know the people who are around you, who are in the same space, who are in different space, because collaboration can create a new perspective on your business. Where, let's say for instance, if you have a business, a storefront, you have the store sitting and you're in the store, no one can see your store or know your store exists unless they walk right by it. So a really good thing to do would be to network, put yourself in places where it allows you to be able to be seen, be able to be known, so that others can say, oh wow, that's really interesting, and get that information from somewhere where they are comfortable. So not only is it important to be in the spaces where people are, but it's also very important to be known and to have friends within that space, because not only are the general public the consumers, but your friends can also, or business partners could also be consumers. So for me, I am currently involved in 3 different types of networking. So all business has a storefront, and then there's a back end. And the operations of the back end is what dictates how the business appears on the front end. So on the back end of my business, I am involved in 3 different types of networking. The ones that pay me, the ones that I pay, and the ones that are mutually beneficial and there is no money involved. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, there are certain vendors that is required to be paid in order to achieve that service. Let's say, for instance, if with this company, my gaming company, it is very essential that I have basic communication. So a vendor that I collaborate with would essentially be my phone service. They don't directly put it out that we are collaborating together, but I've found deals with the carrier that I use, and so I bring that here to the platform because I've noticed that it is possible to pay 3 times more. I've previously in the past paid 3 times more for less. And once I switched to this new company, it was like, wow, I'm able to enjoy my phone service. It's at a cheaper rate. I'm getting more out of it. And so I appreciate collaborating with this vendor because I see the monetary value that I would be able to have it. I see how it would increase the value for my business and for me. And so I don't mind paying for that. Another thing that I would pay for is for my content to be to reach new people. And so I collaborate with other creators within that space where I have to pay for the service of being in a space where I am currently not in, to say, hey, this is a friend of mine, and there were some monetary expenses involved with this service, but here is a new space. So those are two examples of services that I would network and pay for. A service that I would get paid for would be something along the lines of on Patreon. So on YouTube, I'm here to bring value to the community by expressing and sharing what I go through. And so that I'm hoping that helps to reduce some of the friction between other creators deciding to join the space, because typically only people who are interested in YouTube watch YouTube, and anyone who watches YouTube could typically become a creator. And so I'm here to help those who find my content and wish to join the space of being a business owner, whether that be a creator or any other type. YouTube is a very good platform for no matter what business you have. I see a lot of people who are not strictly content creators who are now creating content to be a part of the space, to expand what their business has to offer. So that is the second one. Let me see. Another thing that I would essentially be getting paid for would be if you were in the space and you need some dedicated time, then there is a paid version, and this is on Patreon. On Patreon, I offer the service of, let's see here, I offer the service to make my time available to help you grow. So everyone's time is valuable, and everyone has a different kind of value that they can add. Now, my prices might seem like, okay, well, what are the values that they offer? Trust me, if you decide that you want to be able to pay that, then there is value in it for you, because no one can know what the value is for something, only you can. So that is the service that I offer on Patreon. And then there is the non-beneficial relationships, like collaborations, where up front they don't seem to have any kind of value, but by collaborating, then you are now in a different space where you and someone else are collaborating. And example of this is a subscriber of mine reached out and decided that they wanted to give some insights on something that they were involved in, and they normally charge for these kind of services, but it was of a mutual benefit to share some of what they would normally charge for, and they did so. And by doing so, I was also able to share some of what I would charge for, and so it was mutually beneficial to both parties. But I could essentially keep going forever on expanding everyone's cognitive capacity on networking and the importance of it, but I'm trying to keep my videos super short and to the point. So if you would like to know more, feel free to reach me at the description, in the description below. But until next time, remember, go outside, touch the ground, look at the sky, and stay hydrated. See you soon.